Hey, welcome back, guys. And today we're going to be putting the head on. And I want to show you a couple things about these 2.4 motors. They require a really long head bolt like this, and then a really short one. The short ones go in the front. And these are a torque to yield bolt. So these are one-time use, and then you toss them. And to rebuild a motor and have it bored out, you actually need two sets of those. One for the torque plate whenever we board it, and then another set for the actual assembly. So without further ado, let's get started. So we have these little alignment dowels. This is for lining up the cylinder head. Also helps us with, and the other one goes right there. Also helps us with getting the gasket lined up. And we have our Felpro gasket here, and actually goes this way, but there should be, it'll say top on it. It should say top somewhere. Top right here, it says top. That's it. So that makes sure that, we got to make sure we get that side up. Place that on the dowels, and we're ready to go. Of course, this has already been cleaned. We cleaned it off really good with brake clean. And then we also cleaned the bottom of the cylinder head really well. We don't want to touch that. That way, if we have any grease on our fingers, which I wash my hands, but if we have any grease on our fingers, we're not going to have any contaminate anything. So let's see. Let's get this. We want to try and center it up as much as we can. We don't want to set it around there and then be moving it around a lot, because these dowels, they're made out of steel, and that will obviously scratch the deck surface on the head. So I'm going to try and get it lined up the best that we can. And I'm holding it up there and just kind of feeling where that dowel would be. And let's see here. Right there. There we go. And we're on. Okay, so first step, get all the bolts in. So we're going to put 1 drop of oil underneath the head of the bolt for lubrication, and 1 drop on the threads. Don't want to over lubricate them. Don't have to go crazy. Get these started. 1 drop, 1 drop. You get to see this whole thing from start to finish. I'm going to try and move along here pretty quickly, but at the same time, we don't want to make haste anywhere. We don't want to be hasty. Just going to get them all started. Just by finger tight, or just by hand. And just getting them started like this, it really doesn't matter which order you put them in. You don't have to put them in the order that you're going to be tightening them down. There is a sequence to this, so we'll show you that. And I did check all these bolts out, even though they're all brand new. I did check them out before I started the video, just to make sure there are no bungled threads coming from the factory that could throw our torque readings off. And 1 drop. And now we're ready to go. Okay. So what we're going to do, try and make this easy on ourselves. We're going to use quarter screw, socket, and now to just snug them down, just to get them down in all the way. We are going to use the normal tightening sequence for this. 1, 2, and you see I slow that down just as I'm approaching as the bolt approaches the seat and the head. 3, and it's a zigzag pattern, so we're going to go over here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9. So short one, and then 10. The last short one. Okay. All right, now these are a little bit different than 2.3 head bolts. These ones here, you torque them to 40 foot-pounds. Bolts 1 through 8, we torque to 40 foot-pounds, and bolts 9 and 10, we torque to 30 foot-pounds. So let's go in sequence. And I think what we're going to do is, we're going to step that up a little bit at a time. We're going to get 20 and then 40. So 20. There. 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to go up to 40. Remember now, 9 and 10, we're going to drop it down to 30. Up to 40. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And then back down to 30. 9. And 10. All right, so we're done with the torque wrench. Now we have to turn each bolt 90 degrees. So we're going to make a mark on the head and a mark on the head bolt, and then we just bring those marks over and line them up. 90 degrees is pretty easy to do by hand. So when you start getting into 60 degrees and everything, I like to get a protractor out. So mark there and mark straight across on the head bolt. Mark on the head and 90 degrees to that. Really easy. Head. 90 degrees. Do these ones too. I'm just put a little dot on the head and then a line on the bolt. It just takes a little bit of time. That's it. It's also a good way to tell which ones you've actually tightened to. You know, some cylinder heads have more bolts than this, but this one here we only got 10. But it's pretty easy to keep track of. But if you're ever not sure, maybe you get distracted, you look away and look back. So, oh no, where was I? You can look and see, well, which marks do I have lined up? So there you go. All right, and then real simple. In sequence, bring it around, just match the marks up. bring those in nice and slow. There we go, there's one. That's there. 2. 3. 4. 'Pretty close on that one. 5. Almost there. That little poppy here is just the head of the bolt breaking free on the cylinder head, that surface breaking free on that surface, and then it turns free. It's nothing to worry about. And there I was talking. That's kind of getting distracted. But of course, this is pretty easy to keep track of. I have my wrench here, but if I was further distracted, I might have lost track of where I was at. But I can see very clearly where I stopped. Stopped at number 6. So now we get a number 7. And these turn pretty easy. Almost there. Yep. Okay, 8. That pop again. Okay, 9. See our mark. Very close. 9. And the last one, number 10. I can actually see that mark on this one, so I can just eyeball it, bring it up, and stop it. It's almost. There we go. Then stop it. There you go. All right, and that's how that's done. And now after this, we could actually put the cams and the cam towers on and all that stuff. But I think what we're going to do next is we're going to start working on the oiling system. Because this has a balance shaft delete on it, we're going to have to modify the oil pump and the pickup and the oil pan. So we're going to show you all of that. Probably what we'll do is the next video, we'll do the oil pump modifications, and then we'll do the, we also have to modify the 2.3 windage tray for this to make everything work real well. And so we're going to show you all those steps, step by step, on how we did it. And make sure you like and subscribe, tune in for the next video, and we'll show you how we're going to modify the oil pump and the pickup. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Like and subscribe.